Hello and welcome back to the Villa View for another video. Now, you may have heard about the Fans Consultation Groups, which is essentially a group of supporters are invited to speak with Villa, with the supporter liaison officers and other people within Villa to give their feedback from what the fans are saying to them so they can improve in various areas. It's been a group that we've been trying to get into for some time to try and represent the fans more from our perspective, because we offer a different audience to what the other groups already at the consultation group do offer. And finally, we are going to be invited to these groups so we can express the views of our YouTube audience about the club in all different areas. So first of all, for this video, I've got a few notes handy because there's literally a lot to say. I want to make the first point is the fact that we feel that personally we can offer a wide ranging audience from people aged 10 up to the age of 80 have watched our videos at some point, and the stats show it. And we want to be able to offer our views on what the fans are saying from that age group to the fans consultation groups, just because we are the only video platform as well. So we feel like we can offer something at the consultation groups. Once we've attended the fans consultation groups, we'll come back onto YouTube and pass you back feedback on the answers to your questions, essentially. It's not about what Dan and I are going to be asking our questions, it's from the viewpoint of you guys. And that's why it's so important that you do engage with us on these videos. The FCG is essentially aiming to build a partnership between the fans and the clubs. They're not separate elements. I'll take this directly from the Villa website to say it's to help build a trusted relationship between fans and the club, to ensure engagement and dialogue between fans and the club, driven and led by fans. There's 9 members of this group, including ourselves, ranging from forums to websites and everything else in between. They cover all sort of areas. We were first invited to an informal meeting back in April with the AVFC Foundation where they explained their plans. We didn't really tell you about that because there really wasn't much to it. It was just an informal sort of presentation about the plans for the foundation and what they're aiming to achieve over the next year or so. The presentation included the idea of bringing the community together more with ideas such as litter picking, Ramadan events, walking football, different initiatives to help people with their fitness, health and employment. It's bonding the two together. AVFC Foundation is a separate charity connected with Aston Villa, and they work together to help the community in any way possible. And the presentation basically listed the ideas they've got going forwards and how they're planning to bond the two together into one. So the next actual SCG is the first time we can take any points, questions or improvements you've got to suggest to the club. Now, this can't be, oh, we should sell X player or X player, because I just simply can't ask that sort of question or make that sort of point. It's the sort of stuff that really matters to everyday fans when they go into the games. How's your experience when it comes to, say, for example, the stewards, or when you're queuing for your beer and a pie at half time? How are your experiences for that? How do you feel about the way the club represents itself in marketing terms, in terms of in Birmingham, for example? How do you feel about these sort of things? Because these all factors matter with the football club. Do you feel that more needs to be done with the foundation and so on and so forth? These are the questions that really matter most. I know that it's all well and good talking about the players and the management and all that, but really the rest of the issues are so important as well to the actual formation of what the club is. So it's really important that we get your points, your questions and your suggestions so we can bring them to the table. Some of the minutes from previous meetings have touched on topics such as the songs that the players walk out to, the phone signal and Wi-Fi improvements inside Villa Park, update on safe standing, live streaming of the under-23 games online, and what will replace Villa Cash. All questions that have been raised recently in meetings, and they're all freely available for you to go and check out minutes-wise, but we're going to be bringing you the latest one in video format. So some of the examples you may want to be considering asking is pre-season tour. What is Villa's alternative to the EFL's live streaming system of iFollow? We want to know your questions on social media, on the YouTube comments section. We're going to post it all across all our platforms. So make sure when we do post about that, you get your questions in. Reminder, please don't ask the questions. It's please can we sign this player and please can we go to this player, because that simply won't be asked. So get asking your questions below, because it genuinely can make a difference. One question could escalate into Keith Weiner's finding out about this issue, and then just things happening with the club. Make it something that you want to come to us and say, I've got an issue with this, bring it to us, we'll take it to the table and we'll try and see what happens with it. You'll get your answers to your questions that you might struggle to get an answer otherwise. So to summarise very quickly, we're going to be part of the next fans consultation group, which is essentially where 9 different representatives come together to express the fans' views on different matters with people from the club, and they get answers for it and they get developments in what is happening. Get your comments below for this, and we're going to try and take as many to the table as we can. Remember, they must be valid though. Please don't ask the questions that we've already warned that you can't ask. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another one? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. And don't forget to subscribe. Click on our logo there on the left and press subscribe. Easy.